Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. How are you guys? How are you doing? Welcome to Prophetic Wind.
Shalom.
Let God speak.
No.
Everybody's like, hello. We listen, we talking over each other because we just excited to be here because we got good news. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Listen, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And for those of you that are on the Facebook fam timeline or on my prophetic one, let God speak. Do me a favor. Please share, tag somebody. I mean, I want to see names popping up all over the place. Can we do that? All right. All right. Thank you so much. Jackie.
Hey everyone, shalom.
Welcome. Welcome back, Keith.
Hello, everyone. Shalom. Blessings, blessings.
All right. So you guys know that Keith was here last week, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everybody see people blowing up my phone. They just excited. I need you to go to the timeline, go somewhere and get this information. Um, hey Stephanie. See, we got where New Mexico is in the house. Okay.
Praise God.
All right. We getting that.
Welcome, New Mexico.
Mexico, Mexico. Mexico. All right, guys. So you guys know that Keith was here last week, and it was getting really, really good, and we was kind of launching out into the deep. And so we kind of want to kind of refresh for a minute, just review just a little bit, and then we're just gonna go out there now. Um, and this particular segment, like the last few weeks, it's been called "A Mind Willing to Do the Work." Now, Stephanie, you know I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try.
I've heard of it though.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
So it's called a mind willing to do the work, a mind willing to do the work. And so we're going to stay in that vein until Holy Spirit says shift. When he says move, I move just like that. All right. So so happy to have you back here, Mr. Keith Tucker.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, it's we had such a ball last time. So for those of you that don't know, he's with a company called My Econ, and it is a personal financial success company. And what he does is he specializes in teaching people how to minimize taxes, improve their credit scores. God knows we need help with the credit scores, y'all. Eliminate debt. Earn extra income if that's what you want to do, and he's going to talk a little bit about online entrepreneurial uh, I was about to make up a word.
mhm,
I was about to entrepreneurship. That's what prophets do. We just make up stuff. We don't care.
that's
And
not true.
so and we are going to talk about building investment income. And so with everything going on, especially with COVID hitting and it was so unexpected, people were out of work. I mean, like out of work, period. Walked away, lost their jobs. Some people had to transition and work at home. And then, of course, we had the essential workers that didn't want to go to work, but they had to go anyway. And so, in my book, that is not freedom. That's not freedom. When you go, because even though you don't want to, but you feel like you have to, because I mean, when it comes down to it, you got to make ends meet. You got to pay the bills,
Yes.
and I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And so, he's going to talk about some of the strategies that he has employed from the past and what works for his clients. And so, let me do this. Um, and we already prayed, y'all. Y'all know we always pray. We already said our prayer because we just want to get this in and out. And so I was sharing with them that I have been taking this course, and because I live here on Maui, for me, I have to get up at 2:15 in the morning, and I got to be bright eyed and bushy tailed on Zoom, camera on, fully dressed. And it's one thing to turn on your Zoom and you in your PJs and nobody don't know because your camera's off. But when you have to be fully present at that hour, it is not easy. And I was sharing with them that I was laying in bed, the alarm went off, and I was like about to fall back into a sleep. And then I had to shake myself and I said, Nabia, you have to have a mind willing to do the work, because I have come to the conclusion that there are certain things in my life that I have to take control over. I have to do the work. I have to make the decision. It's not predicated on what other people have done, what they're not doing. It is predicated on my personal goals. And I have decided to no longer romanticize what it is that I want to do, but to actually put feet to my faith and do it. And you know what? Some things are not easy, but it is worth the work. It's worth the hard effort. You know, doctors go to school, they train, I mean, they're not getting sleep. They're making sacrifices because they see the end state. They know what their end goal is. And so it is not any different for us, especially the people of God, because we think we could sit under a tree and an apple full of money, we just open it, slice it, now this is $1 million. No, that's not reality. Or it's wonderful when God just opens the door and all you got to do is walk through. The scripture says, "Behold, I give you wealth," right? But we stop there. He says the reason why he gives you wealth is to establish his covenant, right? And so we can't continue to say things like, I'm laying up an inheritance for my children's children. That's not going to happen working a 9 to 5. That's just not a reality. If you're working in Walmart or Target, no shade, you do what you got to do. But that income is already gone before you even see your check. And so you can't will it to anyone. And so this is why we have to have these financial conversations, because we are trying to be fully functional believers. Everything is not spiritual. Some things are natural. Am I making
Mhm.
sense? Are you guys with
Amen.
me? Am I making sense? So we have to have, sometimes God will bring us in and he's like, you know what, we have to have a fireside chat, because right now you messing up over here. And we are so irresponsible. Credit card debt, overspending. I'm mad, so I'm gonna go buy something. I mean, we do the same thing. Emotional eating. I'm upset, so I'm gonna eat this. Meanwhile, you wake up and you don't, whatever you wearing, you can't get rid of it in a day because it took you a long time to get there. The same
Right.
way it is with bad debt, overextended credit. You didn't just get there like that. What you did was incrementally, and then one day you woke up and your credit score was 420.
Mm.
So, um, with that said, and I just had to drop that little hammer. Um, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Keith Tucker. And, sir, I have a question. I'm going to lead with a question. And we probably talked about this last week, but for those that are tuning in and perhaps they missed it, um, what is the number one reason why people find themselves in this situation of being overextended financially?
I think one of the reasons is the wealth creation strategies are not being taught in schools. We're learning about algebra, geometry, and all this other stuff, but they're not teaching wealth creation strategies. They're not teaching credit repair. They're not teaching how to balance a checkbook. They're not teaching investing, and because of that, a lot of people are getting behind. And then another thing is sometimes people learn it, and we always hear people say knowledge is power, but I believe applied knowledge is powerful. A lot of people hear what needs to be done, but they don't take the steps to follow through with what they heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. And it seems like it's so hard for people, especially people of color. It seems like that it's so difficult, and people get stressed out. Doors are slammed in their faces. They feel like they want to give up, and they don't see an end in sight. And so what are some of the success stories that you have from your clients?
Yes. So I've had people that had credit scores in the 500s go all the way up to the 800s. I've had people eliminate debt. We had a young lady in Georgia who not only eliminated her credit cards and her student loans, but she also eliminated her mortgage all within 5 years using our strategies and the income potential. Um, I myself was able to do four things. Number one, I was able to eliminate over $100,000 of debt in 1 year using these strategies in the business. Number two, I was able to increase my credit score from a 520 to an 804. So I went from poor credit to excellent credit in less than a year. Number three, I was able to create myself a true emergency fund because believe it or not, my credit cards was my emergency fund. But many people know that credit cards is the worst thing to use as an emergency because credit cards cause you to buy something once, but pay for it two or three times over because of the high interest rate. And then last but not least, I've been able to cash flow six figures part time without stopping what I was currently doing. So my econ has literally changed my mindset, but it also has changed my income as well.
Wow. So I know there's a lot of people that, whether they're watching this live or on the replay, are going to get a lot of value from what it is that you have to say. And so, one of the things that the Bible says, we overcome the devil by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And so, when you're looking at things like debt, credit card debt, being financially overextended, not being able to pay hospital bills, you can't even bury your family. You can't buy insurance, life insurance. Sometimes you can't even get your kids' school clothes. It gets down to those moments in life. And so,
Mhm.
because of that, I believe that we have to have a mind shift
Yes.
because too many of us have a poverty mindset. It's just like the whole, and I don't know, Keith, if you have you heard of this. And I would ask this question: if you had the opportunity to have $1 a day for a month, or $100 today, which one would you take?
I would probably say $1 a day for
Right,
the month.
right. Now, most people would take the $100 because they're looking at it's $100. Like I can get it today, like no strings attached. I can get it today. Okay, but if you take $1 a day, because in your head you're thinking it's $1, so it's only $30 in the month. No, because it multiplies, and you don't even know how it happens, but it does. So you wind up with a whole lot more money. I'm trying to remember the amount of money. I think it's like $5,000. I believe, and so,
Wow.
but you're just like, because you wouldn't think that though. You would be thinking $1. 30 days, maybe 31. No, I'm gonna take this $100. Mm-mm,
Right.
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. That's not how it works, boys and girls. But
Compound interest.
it's in compound interest. And so people have to shift their mindset because if they don't, what happens, Keith?
They will not shift their income. You got to do both.
All
What
right.
was that?
All right. So without further ado, let's jump into this.
All right, I'm gonna share three different PowerPoints. I pray that this is a blessing to many people because again, I want to teach the wealth creation strategies that are not being taught in schools. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the share screen, and I'm gonna dive right into this.
See, Stephanie, you are smart. $1 a day for a month. She is
Can you all
smart.
see my screen? Okay.
I can see it. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna do
Okay.
the PIP. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna pull. That's the
Pull
one you
us in.
wanted.
Yep. This first one is called the banker secret that I'm getting ready to share.
Okay. All right. There you
There
go.
we go.
Perfect, perfect. So the first thing I want to teach you all is something that's very, very important. It's very important, just like your social security number. And what I'm getting ready to teach is something called the rule of 72. The rule of 72. So I tell people that is extremely, extremely important because the rule of 72 basically tells you that if you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate, it tells you how long it takes for your money to double. I really want people to write that down. I always say note takers are money makers. So again, the rule of 72 is If you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate, it tells you how long it takes for your money to double. So I want you to think about something. A lot of times people invest their money into a savings account at a bank. It could be a Bank of America, a Capital One, Wells Fargo, etc. And what many people don't realize is when you open up a savings account at the bank is giving you about 1% or less return on your money. But most people don't pay that any mind because all they see is a person that's wearing a suit behind the desk or a very nice dress behind the desk, and they feel like the bank is their friend. But I'm here to tell you something that's going to blow your mind tonight because let's do a quick example. If I put $1,000 in the bank and I'm gonna say 1%, 72 divided by 1 is 72. So that means it would take 72 years for that $1,000 to double to $2,000. Notice I said 72 years, not 72 seconds, not 72 days, not even 72 hours. I said 72 years for that money to double. Now, I really want people to understand, do you have that kind of time to be waiting for your investment to double? Another example. Let's say you got lucky and you found you a bank that gave you 4% return on your money. That's very hard to do when it comes to a savings account. But let's just say, for our example, we found one at 4%. So let's apply the rule of 72. 72 divided by 4 is 18. So that means every 18 years, whatever money I put in there is going to double. So let's say I'm 29 years old and I put $10,000 in the bank at 4%. Again, every 18 years, my money doubles. So I put $10,000. I'm 29 years old. I put $10,000 in the bank. Let's go ahead and work this magic. 18 plus 29 is 47. So I'm 47 years old. My money doubled to 20,000. Add another 18 to 47. I'm now 65 years old. My money doubled to 40,000. Here's a hardcore question that people have to ask themselves. Would you be able to retire successfully with $40,000 at the your retirement? More than likely, no. There's no way you're gonna make it over $40,000 at retirement. So that's what happens if you put $10,000 in the bank at 29 years old and apply the rule of 72. But let's say we got another example. Let's just say we got lucky and we found a different bank. You say, you know what, I'm moving my money from that 4%, and I found me a bank that's giving me 6%. Let's go ahead and do the rule of 72 again. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So that means every 12 years now, my money doubles. So I'm going to use the same example. I'm 29 years old. I put $10,000 in the bank at 6%. My money now is going to double every 12 years. So let's look at the difference when it's every 12 years. I add 12 to 29, I'm 41. My money doubled to 20,000. I add 12 to 41, I'm 53. My money doubled to 40,000. I add 12 to 53, I'm 65 years old. My money doubled to 80,000. That's way better than a 40,000 at 4%. But again, I asked the same question. Can you live happily ever after of $80,000 at retirement? I guarantee you the answer is going to be no. Now, here's something that many people don't realize. The bank gets wealthy from our money. See, the bank takes our money that we invest and they take it to an investment firm. It could be a T. Rowe Price, Fidelity, a Vanguard, some type of investment firm that's going to give them way more rate of return on your money than they give you. See, they gave you 4% or 6%, but they took your $10,000 out the bank to an investment firm, and the investment firm gave them way higher interest rate than what they gave you. So now in this final column, I'm getting ready to show you how the banks get wealthy. You say, how in the world are these banks millionaires and billionaires? Let me show you the power of the rule of 72 in their favor. So they gave you 4 and 6% in my first example, but let's see what happens. They took your $10,000 to an investment firm and they got 12% on your money. Did you hear what I said? On your money, not their money, your money. So that $10,000 that you invested, let's see what the bank earned off your money. So when we apply the rule of 72 to 12, that means your money doubles every 6 years. So, but in this final column, this is what the bank is earning, because remember, they gave you 4%, and you think the bank loved you. So you like, oh, my bank loved me. They gave me a free iPad. They gave me an extra $100 in my account. So they love me. No, They did that to ensure that you keep your money there so that they can take your money and invest it elsewhere. So the bank took your money, that $10,000, and they got 12% on your money. Let me show you how the banks are getting wealthy. Let's see what the bank earned off your $10,000. So remember, every 6 years, the money doubles. So we add 6 to 29. Look, 20,000. We add another 6, 40,000. Add another 6, 80,000. Add another 6, 160,000. Add another 6, 320,000. Add another 6, 640,000. See, we were just talking about compound interest a little while ago. Look what the bank earned of your $10,000 by they understanding the rule of 72, and they got a 12% rate of return on your money. They walked away with $640,000 when you turned 65, and you walked away with a measly $40,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the banks are getting wealthy because they're hoping that people don't understand the rule of 72. People just walk in there with their money. They never ask what the interest rate is. They just trust that it's Capital One of a Bank of America or Wells Fargo. They just trust it to see commercials on the TV about these banks. So they just put their money in there, never ask what the interest rate is. And you see for yourself that the banks are getting wealthy. Now, that's you. How many other people didn't understand that in a bank made 640,000 off the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person? This is how the banks are getting wealthy. People are like, how in the world? They're taking your money and your lack of knowledge, and they're putting your money in places where it's working in their favor. The Bible says our people perish because of lack of knowledge. See, many of us want to be millionaires, and we're letting our millions go out the door because of lack of knowledge. See, in summary, leaving your money in a bank is a $600,000 decision. See, by loaning your money 10 times, the bank earned $600,000 more than you did because they understood the rule of 72 and you didn't. See, ladies and gentlemen, our wealth is going out the door because of lack of knowledge. See, tonight, we're not giving no excuses because we're giving you the information. And as I stated earlier, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is powerful. See, what I'm teaching you tonight is going to change your mindset when it comes to money. Now, I'm going to show you another example. And this time, we're going to talk about credit card debt. This is something called the bloody mess. The bloody mess. Now, this right here, the numbers can change, but I'm using this as an example, as an overview. But the numbers can literally change because when you make payments on credit cards, the numbers adjust. But I'm just using a basic example just to open your eyes to something real quick. So the bloody mess. So there's a quote by a gentleman who's a multimillionaire, and he's actually the founder of My Econ. And he said that interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford. Interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford. See, a lot of times what happens is we get stuff on credit cards, and the credit cards got these high interest rates. And what we do is we swipe, 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 and we just keep doing it. And people think that's free money, but no, that's not free money. Now, don't get me wrong. Credit cards can work to your advantage if you understand how to do it. But a lot of folks, they're not using it correctly. They're just swiping it because they feel like that's my emergency fund. An emergency happened, let me take my credit card off out and swipe it. And then what's even worse is people are just paying the minimum payment. They're not paying more than the minimum. They're just paying the minimum payment. So let me show you a quick example real quick. Let's say you owe $5,000 on the credit card. Now, let me tell you something. That's very easy to do. Imagine going on a trip to Disney World with your family. By the time you pay for the plane tickets for all your family, the room, the food, the expensive gifts that you might get at Disney World, you can easily charge up to $5,000 on your credit card. Now, you pay $100 a month. This is where the credit card companies get you. They give you a minimum payment that seems so affordable, and you start thinking in your mind, oh, I can pay $10 a month. I can pay $20 a month. I can pay $30 a month. Hey, I can pay $100 a month. That's nothing. They get you that way, and people get tripped up because of that. So your minimum payment is $100 a month. The interest rate on that credit card is 21%. Now, I've seen credit cards as high as 29%. So I'm being very
Nothing.
modest when I say 21%. So we got a $5,000 credit card. We're paying $100 a month. That's the minimum payment. And the interest rate is 21%. But let's go deeper. Most people focus on the yearly interest rate, but let me tell you what's also important, the monthly interest rate. So, how can we determine what the monthly interest rate is on that credit card? So, remember, the yearly interest rate is 21%. We're going to divide it by 12 months, and that means the monthly interest rate is 1.75%. That's what you're paying monthly on that credit card. Now, the interest payment. Let's figure out how much of that $100 is going to interest and how much of it is going to the actual balance. That's very, very important. I really want people to get this because many people assume that the minimum payment, the whole amount, is going towards the balance, and that's not true. So let's do some math real quick. We're going to go ahead and do 0.0175 because it was a percent. We're going to add a zero and a decimal. So 0.0175. We're going to multiply that times the balance of $5,000. And that means the $100 a month. Here's what happens. $87.50 of that is going to interest, not the balance, going to interest. I want you to pay attention to this. The $100 a month that you're paying every month, $87.50 of it is going to interest, not the balance. Now watch this. The remaining $12.50 is going towards the balance. So you're assuming that you're paying $100 a month and that the whole $100 is going to your credit card balance. That's not true. Only $12.50 of that is going towards the balance. So you'll be wondering, why is it taking me so long to pay this credit card off? It's because a small amount is going towards the balance and a huge amount is going to the interest, making the banks and the credit cards wealthy. But let's go deeper. Let's look at the reality. We're going to take the $5,000 balance and we're going to divide it by the $12.50 that's actually going towards the balance. And check this out. It would take you 400 months to pay the credit card off if you simply pay the minimum payment. No extra. You're just paying the minimum payment because the banks get you. They give you a very low minimum payment and we get tricked by that. And we simply pay just the minimum and it would take you 400 months to pay that off. But let's look at how many years. We will take the 400 months and divide it by 12. That's 33 years of paying credit card debt. But you know what the core reality is? Guess what? You're paying your payment, right? And then guess what? Another emergency happens. And before you even get the chance to pay the credit card off, now you got to pay for a tire that went flat. Now your refrigerator went up. Now your air conditioner went up. And guess what? Before you even got a chance to even pay the credit card off, you swiping that card off. And guess what? That 33 years can go to 40 years, 45 years, etc. See, life happens. And people unfortunately assume that the first place you need to go to is your credit cards. And ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand how to use credit to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with credit cards. I'm telling everybody, I want everybody to understand there's nothing wrong with them. But if you don't understand how to use them to your advantage, you're putting yourself in a risky position. Now, let's look at what the bank earned. You charged $5,000 on a credit card. But guess what? We're going to take the $87.50 that was going towards the interest, making the credit card wealthy. We're going to multiply that times 400 months. And check this out. You charge $5,000 on your credit card, but the credit card company made $35,000 off of your lack of knowledge. I want you to understand that your wealth is going out the door to places like the banks, like I showed you earlier, and also the credit card companies, like I'm showing you right now. So we lost $640,000 to the bank, and now we're losing another $35,000 to the credit card company. And we're saying, man, I want to be a millionaire. Many of us have already became millionaires, but because of our lack of knowledge about money and wealth, we let the millions go out the door to someone else. See, we building someone else's wealth because of our lack of knowledge. See, $35,000 is what the bank earned off of our $5,000 charge. And like I always tell people, I hope whatever you bought was worth it. I'm gonna say that again. I hope whatever you bought was worth it. See, our wealth is in our hands, it's in our minds. See, a lot of us, we got to shift our mindset in order to shift our income. I'm gonna say that again. We have to shift our mindset in order to shift our income. So, ladies and gentlemen, these wealth creation strategies can literally change your life. And I'm gonna show you one more PowerPoint and then I will be finished. I want you all to really get the power of how this can literally change your life. I'm telling you, these strategies literally taught me some things that made me change my mindset when it comes to money. And I have now been able to change my mindset when it comes to money so that I can go ahead and build wealth. So this last PowerPoint that I'm gonna show you is very, very powerful as well. And it kind of gives you a description of what we do as a whole, as what we do in my econ, so that you all can understand the power of wealth. These strategies can work, but again, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is powerful. It's until we apply what we learn in order for us to build wealth. So I'm gonna pull up this last PowerPoint and we're going to go ahead and break down some powerful strategies. Can you see this next PowerPoint okay? The personal financial success?
I can see it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna give you just a brief description of what we do and how we've helped some clients change their wealth. And I'm gonna show you how it literally helped me as well. So just to give you a little background of who my econ is, we're a company that was founded in 2005. We're a 16-year-old company, so we're not a startup company that's here today and gone tomorrow. We're also debt free, and that's very, very important because if you look at why most traditional businesses fail, the number one reason they fail is because of debt. My econ is totally debt free, and what better person to listen to become debt free than someone that's already done it? We're technology driven. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have helped associates cash flow over $500 million in counting. Now, our mission is simple but powerful at the same time, and that mission is to empower people to attain personal financial success. Now, like I said last week, there's two basic objectives that people are trying to accomplish. Number one, people are trying to go to a job or a business to earn enough income to provide for their current lifestyle. Think about it, the clothes that we wear, the house that we live in, the food that we eat, all that has to be paid for some way. And most people do that with a job or some sort of business. The second objective that people are trying to accomplish is while they're working that job or business, they're trying to simultaneously put enough money in some type of asset or investment so that when they retire, their money works for them instead of them working for the money. Now, many people do the first one okay. They work a job or a business, they got that down pat. But when it comes to building wealth, that's where a lot of people struggle. Now, the reason they struggle is because there are some obstacles that are stopping them from building wealth.
We
The
can't
first
see
one
you,
is high
Keith.
taxes.
I'm sorry, we can't see you, Keith. Look in
Oh,
your
you
camera.
can't see the screen.
I can see the screen. I can't. I see
Just
like
your
your
camera.
eyebrows keep like leaving.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Can you see me better now?
You just got to sit back. There you go.
There, there
There you
you
go.
go.
But
Okay.
it keeps falling down, so your forehead is gone now.
Let me see if I. How about now?
There.
Yeah, but it's got to
Yes.
stay like,
Perfect.
yeah, perfect. Now we can see your whole face.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, the first obstacle is high taxes. And I tell people that one of the biggest bills you pay outside of your mortgage is your tax bill. You lose about a third of your income to taxes. We're talking federal, state, FICA, Social Security. We got sales tax, we got property tax, and the taxes go on. So that's the first obstacle that is stopping people from building wealth and causing people to live paycheck to paycheck. The second one is poor credit. I want you to understand something. Two people can walk into a car dealership, buy the same exact car, same exact color, and even the same exact year, and one can walk out paying $200 a month, while the other one walks out paying $500 a month. The difference is one had excellent credit, while the other one had poor credit. The third one is too much debt. I always say that debt is a result of taxes because let's say you made $50,000 a year on your job. You got so excited, you told the mortgage company you make 50,000. You told the car dealership you make 50,000, but the truth of the matter is you never brought home 50,000 because you lost a third of your income to taxes. So debt is a result of taxes. Then we got inadequate savings and investing. Your lack of knowledge about money is causing your money to perish. Your lack of knowledge about money is causing your money to perish. And because of that, your money moves at a snail's pace. And then last but not least is inflation. We call that the silent killer because inflation hurts you, but most people don't see it hurting them because inflation creeps up on you. You know, a good example of inflation is you can go to the gas station on Monday and pay $2 for gas. Go to the same exact gas station on Friday. Now gas is $2.50. Nothing changed. It's the same gas station, the same gas attendant, but our paycheck didn't go up. The price of gas went up, but our paycheck stayed the same. See, these five obstacles is why people struggle day in and day out. They assume that they don't make enough money on their job, but you can still make a lot of money and just be broke on a higher level. Now, here's where my econ comes in. We teach people how to keep more money, but also show people how to make more money. It makes no sense for someone to make $15,000 on a job or in business, but lose it all to taxes, debt, and lack of knowledge. So here's how we help. We have something called an income shifting membership that basically teaches people, number one, how to correct their W 4. The first thing we do is help people get a pay raise on their job without asking the boss. See, many people would love to get a pay raise, but every time they go in that boss's office, the boss say no. So we show them, in spite of what the boss says, by teaching them how to fill that form out called the W-4, and we've seen people pick up an extra 100. I've seen someone even pick up an extra $1,000. But here's an example. We had Lindsay, she adjusted her W-4 and picked up an extra $600 a month, and that's by filling out a piece of paper called the W-4. And even if you're retired, we show people how to fill out their W-4P so that they can get a pay raise on their retirement as well. See, in most cases, for you to get an extra $600 a month, you got to get a second job. This young lady didn't have to get no second job. She simply filled out the W-4 form correctly and gave herself a $600 a month pay raise. Then the second thing we do is we're going to show you how to fix your credit. See, we want to show you not only how to improve your credit, but also increase your credit score. We want to put you in a position where you can get lower interest rates when you buy a car or buy a house. So what we do is we provide you with a do-it-yourself credit repair system that walks you through how to fix your own credit. Now, I know many people say, Keith, I don't have time to fix my credit. But let me tell you something. Two things you don't want to give to somebody else: your honey and your money. You want to be able to control those things
Oh,
yourself.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
We got to make time for things like this. When it comes to your money, you need to make time because let me tell you something. You can give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach a man a fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So our system comes with the letters, it comes with tutorial videos that's going to walk you through how to repair your credit. Now, this young lady, she was able to increase her credit score by 188 points in 4 months using our do-it-yourself credit repair system. See, when you pay someone else to do your credit for you, here's what you run into. A lot of times they're going to stretch it out as much as they can because at the end of the day, it's a business. They got to make some money off of you. So they may take 6 to 8 to a year to fix your credit. But when you do it yourself, you control the time. You decide how fast you want to send those letters in. You decide how fast you want to respond to those letters. And we teach you step by step how to do that. Then we teach you the tax advantages of a home-based business. See, by having a business, you get a chance to write off your lifestyle. See, many people don't understand that when you're an employee on your job, you get a few tax deductions, like you may be able to write off your kids, you may be able to write off the interest of your home. But do you know by having a business, you can write off things such as travel, eating out, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, pay your children a wage instead of allowance. We teach you all about those deductions in our classes, and we provide you with a tool called the Cash Flow Manager that's going to literally help you track those expenses to keep you audit proof. Then we're going to teach you how to become debt free. Write this down. When you're debt free, you're stress free. Let me say that again. When you're debt free, you're stress free. So we provide you with a debt elimination software that basically works like an electronic financial advisor to build you a financial blueprint to help you become debt free. I used it. I eliminated $100,000 of debt in less than a year. You can too, because guess what? God is not a respecter of person. If He did it for me, He can do it for you as well. Then we teach you about investing. You don't have to get licensed because we don't sell investments. We educate you about investing. How would you like to learn about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs, annuities? How would you like to learn how to invest wholesale instead of retail? How would you like to learn how to get more than a 1% and learn how to get 12%, like I showed you in that example with the banks get off your money? We teach you. We don't sell no investments. We just teach you so that you can be better stewards of your money. See, we said it earlier. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children and his children's children. But unfortunately, a lot of us are leaving generational debt to our children instead of generational wealth. We got to break the curse, and the curse can be broke with you. Now, that's the income shifting membership side of our business. We teach you how to manage your money to get you in a position to make more money. That's the first side. But we also teach entrepreneurship because that's just as important as keeping more money of your money. See, we don't want to show you how to make more money by having a home based business that we've literally built for you so that you can start earning some additional money without stopping what you're currently doing. One of the things that we did is we teamed up with a company called Elevation Travel that basically gives you 5-star travel for 2-star and 3-star pricing. You know, you get a chance to book plane tickets and all that at a wholesale price. See, you get to save up to 70% on travel. See, travel is $1 trillion industry, and right now you see people traveling like crazy. You don't believe me? Go to the airport, stand there from 6 a.m. to midnight, and I promise you're gonna see several planes go up and several planes go down. And I guarantee you that those planes are not empty. So we give you a great membership that saves you money on flights, hotels, rental cars, vacation homes, cruises, and so much more, and you get a chance to save on golfing, gift cards, shopping, etc. We're talking 5-star travel for 2-star and 3-star pricing. See, you get a chance to capitalize of a industry that's $1 trillion industry. And we even have something called a price guarantee that if you find a hotel cheaper anywhere else online, we will give you 110% of the difference. Now, we have a cutting edge business platform that gives you automated tools to help you build a successful business. Now, we get paid weekly in our business, so it gives you a chance to earn some additional income. And again, we're not telling anybody stop what you're doing. This is a perfect marriage to what you're already doing. We basically give you an opportunity to earn some additional income. We got multiple products because multiple products help you earn multiple streams of income, from the cash flow manager, which is a record keeping tool to help business owners track their expenses, from travel, from roadside assistance to credit repair to identity theft to health and wellness to even weight loss, etc. So we got multiple products to help you earn multiple streams of income. Now, we get paid by referring people to the membership. I used the example last week. I want you to think about McDonald's. The CEO of McDonald's makes most of his money not from selling hamburgers, French fries, and drinks. He makes most of his money by allowing you to open up a franchise. You pay a fee, by the way, to open up that franchise. He lets you run a franchise, but he earns a percentage of the revenue every single week. See, the CEO's not stepping foot in the franchise flipping burgers. He's not making drinks. He's not making French fries. He's not working the drive-through. You working the drive-through, but guess what? He's making a percentage of your efforts. And it's thousands of McDonald's all around the world, and he can go to sleep, but he can get paid because you can go to work, your coworkers can go to work, your manager can go to work, etc.
Amen.
That's called leverage income, and that's the best income you want to get because the only income that most people are trying to get is linear income. That's trading time for money, hours of dollars. If you slow down, your income slow down. God forbid you stop, your income stop. So you got to get in a position to get something called leverage and residual income. Now we pay referrals. You know, we pay up to $56 for every referral that decide they want to start a home based business or just want to fix their credit, eliminate debt, learn about investing. Then we also pay overrides where we you earn money when your teammates decide they want to start a home based business, and we pay residual as well. Now, the sky's the limit. You can earn as much money as you desire with our amazing company. We even pay on products and services as well. I'm not going too deep into this right here, but I just wanted to show you the sky's the limit. You can earn as much as you desire. Whatever you desire you want to earn, you can do it as an entrepreneur. Now, I know that one thing for sure, that documentation beats conversation all day long, because I know people say, well, what are some testimonies? And that was a question that was asked earlier. What are some testimonies of people that have used our service? Let me show you just a few of them. This young lady came in and started using the strategies, and she cash flowed an extra $50,000 part-time without stopping what she was already doing. This gentleman cash flowed $80,000 part-time without stopping what he was currently doing. We got this gentleman part-time. These are part-time people, not full-time. $125,000 extra without stopping what he was currently doing. You got this power couple, $252,000 part-time without stopping what they were currently doing. This young lady now, she does it full time. She's cash flow $550,000 during this amazing opportunity. Then we got myself. I've cash flow over $498,000 using this amazing opportunity. Then we got this young lady cash flowed over $1 million using this amazing opportunity. This gentleman and his wife does it full time, $2 million cash flow with this amazing opportunity. This gentleman does it full time, $3 million. Then we got people that fixing their credit. You know, this young lady's score went up by 102 points, doing it herself, not paying someone to do the work. She did it herself. This young lady's credit score went up by 153 points. Mine's went up 284 points in less than a year. This young lady went up 131 points, doing it themselves, not paying someone to do the work for them. They were actually doing it themselves. So, in closing, I'll say this: we have an opportunity where a person can decide to get signed up and make some additional money, or they can say, you know what, I don't want to do the entrepreneur side. I just want to fix my income. That's fine. The first way that someone can get started is with our income shifting membership. You with the income shifting membership, you get tax withholding training, you get the record keeping tool to help you track your expenses, you get the credit repair system, you get a debt elimination software, and you get investment education, all for only $39.95 one time. And then 30 days later, it's only $34.95 a month. And guess what? That's all tax deductible. So the government is paying the bill. But if someone says, you know what, I want to make some additional money, I want to hit the ground running, we have another way that you can get started, and that's our elite lifestyle membership. That's comes with everything that I showed you in part one, but you also get the travel that I was talking about. You get the automated marketing system that basically gives you a link that you can give to people that will send them videos and emails every day about your opportunity so it can work in the background. We got social media training. We teach you how to build on social media, because we live in a world where people say, I don't want to talk to people. Guess what? If you market well, you don't have to talk to nobody. Your marketing can do all the work and drive people to your website to get signed up. Now, that one is $99.95 one time. And then 30 days later, that's $54.95 a month. And guess what? That too is tax deductible. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have helped a lot of people. We look forward to helping some other people as well. We want to help you eliminate debt, increase your credit score, build your investment income, learn about credit repair, learn about W-4 so that you can help other people and educate other people on how to get a pay raise on their job without asking the boss. And we also want to teach you about entrepreneurship as a whole. So, uh, in closing, I'll say this information is powerful. And I tell people all the time, don't procrastinate, because procrastination is the assassination to your destination. And we want to make sure that you be in a position where this knowledge is applied so that you can start changing not only your life, but the lives of the people all around you. So I'm going to stop sharing and I am going to turn it back over to you, ladies.
Oh my goodness. I just want, before I come back on the screen, I just want you to say something one more time about how much money the bank gets when you send your little $4,000 or whatever. Because I need people to see, to hear that again.
Tell you. Wow.
Yes, yes. It literally helped me by using these strategies. I was able to cash flow. And again, I do it part time, not full time, part time. And I've been able to cash flow that 498,000. Now, I tell people too, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. I tell people all the time, you didn't get in debt overnight. You can get that bad credit score overnight, so don't expect to get out of it overnight as well.
Wow. Well, my eyeballs. Let me do this. Let me just come in here for a second. So here I am, y'all. I just need to say something real quick. Oh my God. I need to say something real quick. So we were just oh my God. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a story because Keith said something about the percentages on how much, just how much you actually are paying, and that $87 that he talked about was only out of your 100 was going to the interest. Guess who that happened to? That happened to me, and I was so upset. I remember being on the phone, and I said, "Let me bring y'all back into this camera." Um, um, I was so upset, and I said, "How is it possible that I made 19 payments?" And because I remember I borrowed $5,000, $6,000. I thought it was a good idea at the time. This is just my personal testimony. And 2 years later, I'm looking at the balance. You owe 5,560 some odd dollars after two
Yeah.
years on a $6,000 payment, and I'm still looking at numbers that are like 5695. I was just like, "Are you?" I need to talk to a supervisor. I wait. It's the
Hmm?
I mm, let me bring y'all back in here. I'm OMG. Oh my God. I'm gonna sit you up on my laptop over there. Oh my God. It was just crazy. And so people do not realize that they are giving their money away.
Completely.
And then we are in hard times. But when somebody come and try to say, well, let me help you out. There's a scripture that says, the ox knows its master, the donkey its owner, but my people do not understand.
Yeah.
And we want to run around and King Jesus. Okay, he's the king. He ain't got no debt.
Right.
He know what to do. And we talk about I have the mind of Christ, and here come the mind of Christ. This is the wisdom. Come in here. Come in here.
Mhm.
All those who are
Mhm.
simple, come on in here. And we standing there just staring, but we ain't doing anything. And it's just like, how long you gonna go around this circle? Like you already been broke. You already
Right.
been impoverished. You already been in and still in debt. How long? I mean, it's even the four lepers said, why should we sit here and die?
Mhm.
Even them who, I mean, they had zero hope from if somebody's looking at them and them looking at themselves, they had zero hope. They couldn't see a way out. And one of them had the good sense to say, why should we sit here and die?
Mhm.
And they got up. This is faith. They got up. And as soon as they started going towards where the enemy was, where all the stuff was, where all the wealth was, because they didn't think they was going to get anything, but he was just like, we need to get up from this place,
Mhm.
because if we stay here we're going to die, period. That's a certainty. That's not even a, well, what if? No, we stay here, we don't move, we die. That's it. And they got
Yes.
up, and what God did was he supernaturally added sound to them, and then the enemy thought it sounded like an army. They thought they heard horses, they thought they heard a lot, and they was like, let us get out of here. And that's what
Get
we
at
need.
it.
That's what poverty need to be like. Whoa, we got to get up out of here, because oh
That's
no.
Yes.
right. That's right.
Wisdom is on the scene.
Wisdom. Somebody said it.
Yeah.
Some
And that's why the Bible said we overcome by our testimony. And Keith, I just want to thank you, Apostle Nabia, for the wisdom that to even bring him on, this platform. And I, during this pandemic, have gotten out of debt, learned exactly what you were talking about, Keith, but it took 20 something years, with the bank and with credit cards. But knowing and having the wisdom and knowing what questions to ask, because it's out there. The bank, they want their money, so
Yes,
you just have to press in and ask them. I had this credit card for 5 years, paid it off in full. But I still have that credit card. Like you said, the credit card is not the enemy. You just have to know how
that's
to
right.
use it.
yeah.
That's
And
right.
I called last week because I paid it off full. And I said, I know I'm going to need this credit card again. So when I called the gentleman, he was hemming and hawing, and I had to say, look and listen. I know there is a zero balance that I can get, and you're going to give it to me today because I paid this credit card off in full. But it took me 15 minutes on the phone with him because I had a little knowledge. And he said, absolutely. You've been with us for 10 years. Of course, you can get the zero balance. Let me tell you what my interest rate was before I demanded the zero balance.
Ah,
My interest rate was 29%.
see.
29%. And because I had, a wonderful sister who was very concerned about my debt, and she actually lent me the money where it was zero interest rate that I had to pay her back, and I paid it off in full. And then I said, I will not give up this credit card. Yes, I did have it for 5 years, but I had to demand that zero interest rate.
That's crazy.
Mm,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
mm.
Knowledge, and
I'm
I
happy
say
for
this
you.
all the time,
I'm happy.
applied knowledge is power.
Yes.
Stephanie
And
is asking what's the name of this program. We're gonna put it up in a second, but Keith,
yes.
you can say it while I grab it.
Yes, it's called My Econ, which is short for My Economy. We're the personal financial success company.
Okay, I want to put a you want to put your phone number up there?
Yes, and I'm gonna give you this time I'm gonna give you the other link, the one that I gave you the second time.
Okay.
Um the
What?
the 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 link is www
Mm-hmm.
dot kt the word vision dot myecon dot net. ktvision dot myecon.net.
Okay. Let me put this
And my
in
you
color.
said the telephone number is 240
Hold on.
305
Let me.
1568.
Okay. One second. Stand by. Um, this is something that people, my econ dot. Jeez, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't had no sleep. um, yeah, this is something that people really need to be aware of because if
Mhm.
they are not ktvision.myecon.
.net.
Okay, I got it.
.net. You just forgot the N.
Yeah, I see. I promise y'all, I've been to school. I know how to read. Um, this is something that we need to be aware of.
Hmm.
Ignorance. Mm-mm. No more.
Yeah. And the thing is with Keith on, you have to know what questions to ask. And the first thing is to get out of debt. And that was the question that I wanted you to kind of go over, where a lot of people think because they're in debt, they can't save while trying to get out of debt.
Yes. One of the things I try to tell people is to use a formula. I like to use 10 10 80. And there's different variations of it, but I'm going to use 10 10 80. First 10% of your money should go to, first of all, to to give to tithes. If you're in the church, give to tithes. And if you're a person that don't go to church and just say, I don't, you give to a charity. 10%
Right.
should come up right off the top.
Yeah.
Give. And I don't like to use the word pay tithes because when you used to put word pay, people think it's a bill. It's not a bill. So 10% first. The next 10% needs to go to you. So if it's good enough for the creator, it's good enough for his creation too. So 10% needs to go to you. That means in your investments. So you need to be investing 10% of your money for your future, because not only should you be preparing for your current lifestyle, but you should also be preparing for your future lifestyle. And then the
Right.
remaining 80% is when you go ahead and start paying off debt and getting into a position to become debt free. And it's very possible to save and get out of debt, but we got to be disciplined. We have to be disciplined and say, I got to cut this out, cut that out, but do both simultaneously. Not I'll do this and then I'll get to that later on. And I always tell people, even if you can start off with $5, get in the habit of investing, and then start increasing as you can. But get in the habit.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a thing called pay yourself first. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's
yes,
real. It is real. Because if you don't do
yes,
it, you're going to be in trouble. Now, see, here's the thing, and this is what I like about Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know him, the book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And
yes,
Yeah.
I remember years ago I heard about that book, and I'll be real transparent. I had no capacity. I had no capacity for the information. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's just where you are. And so
Right.
years later, I picked it up again and read it. And one of the things that his rich dad, which was a friend of his, a neighbor, that was he just called his friend's father rich dad because his
Right.
father, although his father was had a good amount of money, his mindset was very very different from his rich
Mm-hmm.
dad. So his poor dad although he had money, he had a very powerful position. They were living on Oahu, the island I used to live on. But one of the principles that his rich dad taught him was always give, charity, always
Mm-hmm.
give. Doesn't matter whatever your favorite, whether it's to a church or to an organization. He believed strongly in giving, and so Robert Kiyosaki, he still lives that way today. He
yes,
believes in
Right.
giving, but he also believes in getting in a room with people that are smarter than him. He also
yes,
believes in picking up books and learning how to do things himself. Even if he has to get to the point where he's paying other people, they can't just come in and tell him anything because he's already studied it himself. And he has
Right.
a well rounded knowledge of it, although he may not know everything, but he knows enough to know when somebody is BSing him.
yes,
Right.
He had to learn about tax laws. He had to learn about what do they call it, the 1986 tax loophole. He had to learn about that. He had to learn about how to use credit cards. I've seen people purchase property, fix up
yes,
property, invest in property with a credit
yes,
card. People don't
yes,
understand that business credit is different
Uh,
from personal credit.
right.
yes,
It's very very different, and the twain shall not meet. They don't even talk to each other. And so I had to learn that. And so when you are presented with an opportunity such as this one, you have to ask yourself some questions,
Mm-hmm.
because you wherever you are right now, you've probably been there for some time. How long do you
Right.
want to stay there?
yes,
And how do you see yourself out? And so even when I'm mentoring people, or I have clients that are that need these little fireside chats, these little counseling sessions, one of the
Right.
things that I always ask, I have a set of questions that I ask them. And you know getting past the, well, how do you feel about that? Or how long do you think you could stay in this state? um, are you are if you're saying that you want to do XYZ, what are you doing to get there?
Right.
yes,
What are you doing? Because if you're just doing this, that's not enough. You have to have a mind willing to do the work, whatever the work
yes,
is. Do you have the capacity for what it takes? And you can decision your way in or out of anything. I don't care
mm-hmm,
what it is. and we've looked at other people, and I do not promote get rich quick. This is even
Mhm.
Robert Kiyosaki, with all the wealth he has, he doesn't believe in get rich quick. You get
That's
rich
right.
slow.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You get rich. If it's get rich slow, it's real. If it's get rich quick, walk
Mhm.
away.
That's right.
Walk away, because it's got you can compound your interest in 2 days. Oh, okay.
Right. Really.
By Wednesday next week, you're gonna have 6K. Run, y'all, run. I mean, if you in the drug dealing business, well, yeah, it's a possibility. You can have that by Friday. but but we are on the legal side of the kingdom, and so this
Yes.
information now, any all of you guys that know me that have been here, and I know we're going over a little bit, but I'm always like prophetic wind, let God speak. God is speaking about everything that concerns you. He's concerned about everything concerns you, not just your spiritual life. He wants you to be mentally stable. He wants you to be
Mhm.
spiritually stable. He wants you to be is
Absolutely.
mental, emotional, spiritual, financial. That's why he said, "Behold, I gave you power to get the wealth."
Yes.
Yeah.
How else are you going to establish his covenant? How else are you going to do it? Broke, busted, disgusted, in debt, credit score looking crazy. Can I tell you right now, in China, if your credit score is not good, you can't even get on a plane.
Wow.
Wow.
They will not let you buy a plane ticket if your credit is bad. I remember the year that you couldn't even get an apartment if your credit was bad.
That's right.
And then they went to, you can't get a job if your credit is bad.
That's right.
That's an evil, I mean, it's an evil and vicious circle. Well, I got to get a
Yeah.
job. I need to make the money to work on my credit. But no, your credit is jacked up. As far as they're concerned, your credit worthiness,
Is not even to make their money.
not even
Right.
good enough to
Wow.
work for this company, because as far as they're concerned, you have no integrity.
And
Yeah.
you know, I tell
And
people
that's
as parents, we get on our kids about having good grades in school, but your credit score is the adult report card. So just as hard you are about your kids about keeping good grades, we need to be just as hard on ourselves to make sure our grade for our credit is just as good.
Yeah,
so
we
true.
we got to do it. Hey, Erica. Yeah, Erica, you're going to have to watch the replay because you coming in on the tail end. And we're
And
not
it
doing
was
this whole thing.
good.
It was, oh my God, so enriching, so good.
Yes.
I mean, even what you were saying, even though I know it from personal experience, I'm just still
Hmm.
sitting here like,
Yeah.
we've been
Yeah.
bamboozled, run amok. I mean, and it's just so crazy because, the banks are in business to make money with your
To
money,
make
Mhm.
money.
with your money.
Yep.
With your money.
Imagine how many people have gone to, just think about one bank, and how many accounts are open, and the rate of return, they don't want to give you that much because they need your
Nope.
money to go take it somewhere else so they
Yes.
can make money.
Yes.
Triple and double. Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't have any idea. And I remember
No.
back in the days, I would sit my money right in a little basket right in my house. That was my bank. And everybody,
Mm.
because this is what they tell you. No, you put your money in the bank. You can't sit in the house. Put your money in the bank. But after a while, after, because the pressure of, because everybody said, but we have to learn how to be smart with our finances. God is looking for those that will be good stewards,
Hmm.
Yes.
not just over our spiritual gifts, but yes, over our money too. Because
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why we think God is not looking at our credit worthiness.
Hmm.
Yes.
The last time I bless you, you went to Amazon. You ain't give nobody nothing.
Nothing.
You just ordered. Oh, I'm gonna watch these movies. I'm gonna get this iron skillet pan, and I'm gonna I'm gonna buy some tires for my truck. I'm gonna and we're not thinking. We're
Yeah.
not thinking. We're not thinking if we got $20,000. I don't even want to talk about this PPP loan, but let's say we got $20,000 and we got a credit card with $5,000 and we still paying a minimum of $100. How many times you gonna pay that 5,000? And no, because if I pay it, I'm gonna have only 15K. Yeah, keep thinking that you ain't gonna have none
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Nothing. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't pay that off, that's gonna take
Right.
that too.
It's gonna take
Yeah.
all of it, and you trying to meet it out. Let me a little bit of it. No, they're gonna jack you for your whole.
Life. Just that
That's right.
noose. It's like,
So we
why
cannot
can't I breathe?
get right.
But it
Okay.
is now 9:43.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to keep anyone long because we want people to start going to that
Yes.
www.myecon.net and the phone
Thank you.
number
Thank you.
that's there. I'm telling you, freedom from debt is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it
You can
is.
Yes.
breathe easy, you can sleep good at night.
Yes.
It's wonderful. And during this pandemic, I'm telling you, you know, this has been a blessing for me.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I hate that people lost their lives, but I really believe it was a reset for me. It was a shifting of my mind, a shifting of, getting my house in order. I had no distraction, couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So take this time. I plead, I beg you to take this time and get your house in order, get your finances in order, because trust me, when this world opens back up, we want to be able to walk in wisdom.
Yeah.
We want to walk better than we have for the last before this pandemic came about.
Yeah.
And we want to be a blessing not only to ourselves and to our families, but to others. Amen.
Yes.
We got one
Amen.
question from
Amen.
Stephanie. She wants to know, can she upgrade from one plan to another once you get your feet wet?
Yes, you can upgrade anytime you like, and you can also downgrade as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's freedom. You're not locked into anything.
No contract.
She
Right.
says she's in your inbox, so you can talk to her.
I
Yeah.
sure will. I
Any
will talk to her right when we hang up.
any coupon code? See, we like them coupon
Any
codes.
coupon codes? That have to
Yes.
be one of us, sis.
I tell you what, I will give, if anyone wants to sign up for the $39 package, I will give you all a $25 coupon code. So that takes $25 off the $39. So you can actually get started for around $15. So I will provide anyone that message me and you say you were on the show, I will send you a coupon code to reduce your cost by $25.
Okay, and how long does that last? Is it till tomorrow? Is it till Friday? What is it?
You know what? I'm gonna be a blessing. Let's say till Monday. We're gonna go to
What?
Monday.
All right, y'all.
We're going all the way to Monday. All you got to do is shoot me a message and say that you were on the show, and I will give you a $25 coupon code.
Okay, so that is his phone number. He is on, excuse me, he is on Facebook, so you can definitely
Yes.
DM him. You will see that he's one of my friends.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, Evita. You have not because you asked not. That's right. You got
That's
to
right.
ask the question. We see. We was laughing at her about the coupon codes.
That's right. That's right. You know,
I'm gonna be for real. I was just like, you know what, the black folk. We always.
it's all right.
You gotta
Won't he
ask.
do it?
She said, "What about the
Oh,
ninety
I see
nine
the other
dollar plan?
question.
What
For the
about the?"
$99 plan, anyone that decide they want to do the $99 plan, I will give you a $50 coupon to take $50 off the cost. So $50 off the $99 and 25 off of the night
39.
$39.
Okay,
Very nice.
wow. She said, I'll be laughing to the bank.
I know that's right. Get free.
Get free up in here, up in here. Okay, this has been a really, 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 really.
Yeah.
See, I believe in blessings, glory, and honor. I listen. I think it's just we gonna sing our way up out of here because
Yes.
we gonna sing our way out. Oh my God, come on, Jackie. I don't know what you got, but it's. Oh my God, I'm happy.
Ooh,
Oh my God,
wow.
you'll be catching the replay.
I am grateful for the things that he has done.
Yes.
Yes, I'm grateful for the victories we won. I can go on and on and on about God's word because I'm grateful, grateful, grateful for what He's done. Flowing from my heart are the issues of my heart. I'm grateful.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Oh my God, I'm
Thank you.
so grateful.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow. All right, guys, get in his DM him as soon as you can. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, there's his information up there. Um, KT Vision myecon.net 240-305-1568. Make sure you reach out. 50% off the 99. I don't know what y'all waiting for. $39 one, $25 off. I don't know what y'all waiting for. So, and you got till Monday.
So
Monday.
Monday,
So you
Monday midnight,
Monday midnight Eastern Standard Time, Monday
Eastern Standard
midnight.
Time.
Um
Yes.
oh my God. All right, y'all. We are up and we are out of here. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I love the Lord. He heard my
God
cry.
bless you, Keith.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thanks for watching.
Many blessings upon your life, Mr.
Yes.
Keith. I pray
I
that you
received
will
it.
see to the roof.
Oh,
Thank you. And many
oh,
blessings to both of you as well. I pray that God opens up the window of heaven and pour you all out blessings that you would not have room enough to receive.
I
amen.
receive it.
Me too.
Numbers chapter 6, 22 through 24 through 26. You know it as may the Lord bless and keep you. I say it in Hebrew. Yivarakaka Yehovah v'yishmalecha. Ya'er Yehovah panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Yehovah panav elecha v'sem lecha shalom. Hallelujah.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. God bless you guys.